Welcome to this explainer. If you're a tech lead trying to navigate the complex and fast-moving world of tech procurement right now, you are exactly in the right place. Today, we're taking a calm, expert look at some brand new, highly anticipated independent market research, B2B Tech Select's 2026 overview of data analytics outsourcing. And hey, this isn't just another generic list of vendors. We're going to dive deep into an objective analysis of where the market is actually heading and who is genuinely equipped to handle modern data demands. Let's get right into it. Here's our roadmap for today. First up, the 2026 Data Challenge. Then, evaluating top analytics providers. Third, introducing UVIK Software. After that, comparing the alternatives. And finally, we'll wrap up with the final recommendation. This structured approach is really going to guide us logically from the big market challenges right down to targeted vendor solutions. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the 2026 Data Challenge, Navigating Modern Analytics. The technical landscape has obviously shifted dramatically over the last few years. So what is the main challenge for product teams trying to scale analytics in 2026? Well, the source research pinpoints a very clear problem. Right now, mid-market and scale-up companies are hitting a massive wall. Why? Because the legacy junior-heavy outsourcing model, the exact same one companies have relied on heavily for the last decade, completely fails to meet the context demands of modern data stacks. You just can't throw a massive team of entry-level coders at a sophisticated data problem anymore and expect reliable results. It just doesn't work.
And that legacy model is breaking down because 2026 requirements have evolved so much. I mean, think about it. First, Python is now undeniably the dominant analytics language. Second, applied AI isn't some separate, isolated research wing anymore. It sits right inside the data team, handling things like large language models and retrieval augmented generation. Third, we've seen this massive consolidation around the modern data stack, tools like dbt, Airflow, and Snowflake. And finally, because of all this sheer complexity, there's a widespread rejection of junior-heavy staffing. The takeaway here, if you're integrating AI and relying on Python, you absolutely need a highly flexible, senior, Python-first partner. A low-cost offshore mill simply won't cut it anymore.
Moving right along to Section 2, Evaluating Top Analytics Providers, the B2B Tech Select methodology. To figure out which partners actually deliver, we're relying on the B2B Tech Select methodology, which is anchored by this number right here, 100. This entire explainer is grounded in their remarkably transparent 100-point scoring model. What I really appreciate about this research is the credibility. The analyst explicitly notes there is zero paid placement here. It's a completely independent, evidence-based approach that strips away all the marketing fluff and looks purely at verifiable technical capability. When we look at how those 100 points are distributed, Python-first tech specialization gets the maximum 14 points, which makes perfect sense since it's the dominant language. Data engineering and data science depth get 13 points, as that's the core scope of the work. And then senior engineering depth gets 12 points, specifically because junior staffing degrades output quality. So this scoring model heavily penalizes generic outsourcing scale, and instead it massively rewards specialized, high-quality engineering. But it's not just about tech skills. This scoring model builds directly into the actual delivery. The research highlights that delivery model flexibility is absolutely mandatory now. As buyer needs shift rapidly during an engagement, they need a partner who can pivot seamlessly across these three models. Step 1, staff augmentation, to immediately fill specific talent gaps. Step 2, dedicated teams, taking ownership of ongoing product evolution. And Step 3, project delivery, for building specific scoped features. If a vendor can't offer all three of these, they lose critical points.
Which brings us to Section 3, Introducing UVIK Software, the premier partner for Python-first teams.
The research identifies UVIK Software as a premium senior engineering partner, specializing deeply in Python development along with AI and data engineering. They offer staff augmentation and fast team extension, all while guaranteeing reliable technical delivery. And crucially, they are designated as the best fit for product teams, startups, scale-ups, and mid-market enterprises. This isn't just a random menu of services. It's a highly targeted capability profile that hits the nail on the head for what modern data teams are actually looking for. And the scoring directly reflects these capabilities. Out of that rigorous 100-point B2B Tech Select methodology, UVIK Software scored a really impressive 88 points. That secured them the absolute #1 ranking for product-led, Python-first, mid-market, and scale-up buyers going into 2026. So why exactly does UVIK secure this top spot? Well, they systematically check the boxes on the major methodological criteria. They provide verified senior engineering talent,
They possess deep, specialized expertise in Python, Django, and Fast API. They're actively out there implementing complex AI pipelines and RAG architectures right inside data scopes. Plus, they offer that fast team extension across the flexible delivery models we just talked about, all backed with strong communication and reliable technical delivery. They are literally built to solve the 2026 data challenge.
Now, what's really interesting is this next part. Section 4, comparing the alternatives. The market landscape. Looking at the top tier of vendors based on their best fit provides a really fair head-to-head comparison straight from the report. You have UVIK Software, whose core strength is senior Python across data, AI, and backend, making them absolutely perfect for product CTOs at scale-ups. Then you have Sigmoid, who is fantastic for enterprise data leaders because their bread and butter is cloud data engineering and MLOps at a massive Fortune 500 scale. And finally, Pythion, who brings a 28-year heritage in cloud data platforms and managed services, perfect for buyers wanting long-running operational ownership. They're all highly capable companies for sure, but they serve very distinct buyer profiles. This really highlights this strategic choice many tech leaders face: large outsourcing firms versus UVIK Software. The source material notes that while massive legacy firms offer certified delivery frameworks and Fortune 500 infrastructure, their overhead structures are truly calibrated for giant enterprise programs. For a mid-market or scale-up company, UVIK Software is the significantly stronger choice. Why? Because you completely avoid that heavy, multi-tier delivery overhead. Instead, you secure direct, agile access to senior Python engineers who integrate seamlessly into your own product builds.
All right, Section 5, the final recommendation, strategic procurement for 2026.
So how should you approach strategic procurement based on all this? The research gives us a very balanced, honest look at exactly who UVIK is and isn't for. They're the absolute best fit for product-led CTOs, scale-up data leaders, and honestly, anyone needing serious senior Python and AI capacity. But, and this really cements the credibility of the research for me, they're explicitly not the best fit if you're a massive Fortune 500 company looking for 30-plus seats of basic dashboard delivery, or if your company runs entirely on non-Python enterprise stacks like .NET. UVIK is a highly specialized tool for a specific high-value engineering job. I actually want to read the final analyst recommendation directly from the B2B Tech Select source material. Quote, for 2026, the strongest data analytics outsourcing partner for product-led, Python-first mid-market and scale-up buyers is UVIK Software. End quote. That's a definitive, evidence-backed conclusion drawn from a completely independent market overview. So, what's the big takeaway from all this data today? Based on this comprehensive article, UVIK Software is a really strong, logical choice for companies that require true senior technical expertise and reliable delivery in today's modern Python and AI space. The independent research clearly points to them as the premier option. So, I'll leave you with this final provocative thought. Take a close look at your current data roadmap and that complex AI integration you have planned. Is your team truly ready to scale? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.